Hi guys, it's me, Dimension Battles, and in today's video, I'm going to show you an archetype made by my cousin. So, basically, what this was, if you guys don't know, there's a whole series where she makes cards for my card game, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, there's no playlist for it, but you guys could probably look it up. I made a couple of videos showing cards that she's made, and a lot of you guys seem to like it, and she hasn't made cards in a while, but we have new ones right here. So this is actually an archetype. It's a Smore archetype, and they all connect with each other, which is a really unique idea. So yeah, hopefully you guys do end up enjoying the video. So the very first card we have is a no-type card called the Twins, who's a stage 1 common card with 100 power and 100 defense, and he can battle twice per turn, which is really cool because basically it's like, you know, there's two people there, so they can battle twice per turn. I came up with the effects, but she did ask for some specific things, so yeah. This is the very first card. As you can see, she used colored pencil to color it in, and it just really nice background. You can tell the art style is way different than mine, that's why it's just really fun to look at these cards and use them. Next up, we have Mellow, a stage 1 common card, and when Mellow is destroyed, you can add Sweet from your deck to your hand. And Mellow is a stage 1 with common card with 200 power and 100 defense. And in case you guys are wondering, I did write the rarities up here. It's not the new location. That is just because I didn't want to mess with the artwork, so I wrote the rarity in the upper right area of the text because I was like, I don't want to mess up the beautiful background. And as you guys can see, so for this one, there's like a forest and the tree, and then the trees connect with each other, which is the coolest part of this archetype, is you can line them all up and you have like this landscape or this painting like scene where they all feel connected to each other, which I should do that for my archetypes more often, but it was really creative for her to think of that. So Mellow has this nice moon behind him, there's like this cool reflection on the water, and it's a pretty nice card. And then next up we have Sweets, which is what works with Mellow, because when Mellow is destroyed, you can add Sweets from your deck to your hand, and Sweets has the same effect, but vice versa. So when Sweets is destroyed, you can add Mellow from your deck to your hand. So more cards that are working with each other, because that's like, you know, idea of an archetype is they have to work with each other. And Sweet is a stage 1 common card, and she has 100 power and 200 defense. Exact opposite of Mellow. Mellow had 200 power and 100 defense. Just more things in the archetype that I thought was pretty cool. So you guys are about to see the main gimmick of the archetype, because each archetype has a gimmick to it, you know, like something that makes it an archetype, I guess, because like the Flame Spawn archetype had the attacking abilities, and the Cyber Enhanced, you know, it's like I don't really know what the Cyber Enhanced archetype ability was, they just looked pretty cool. But yeah, so the basic idea for this archetype is the next, oh, and also it connects right there, so yep, another card that connects with the others, which is pretty nice. And then we have the item card Fire, which this might be complicated, but hopefully I explain it well. I practiced before. So how this item card works is Fire is a stage 2 rare card, and you can send Sweets, Mellow, and the Twins from your hand to the discard pile when Fire is activated. So if you have from your hand or your field, so they automatically get destroyed. But if you have all three of them, like the Twins, Mellow, and Sweets, are now in your discard pile, you can summon Smore from your hand or your deck. So the entire idea behind this is, in order to make a Smore, you have to have all three of these ingredients. So in order to summon the main boss of the archetype, you have to use Fire in order to combine all four, or I guess, no, all three of them into Smore. So when I was originally making it, I had a hard time thinking about how I was going to do this, because I wanted to get some way where they could all be in the discard pile. But I don't know if you guys have seen it, there's like 36 card decks in my game. There's a tutorial video if you guys want to see it. So my game has 36 card decks, so it's a little bit difficult to get all three cards into your discard pile exactly, but that's why I came up with this idea, because it could be in your hand or your discard pile whenever you activate this, and you'll be able to discard them, and then you'll be able to summon Smore. So when I was making it, I was like, how am I going to get all three in the discard pile, like in your hand or your deck, because it's really hard to search for cards and there's no like main draw cards in the deck. So that's why I was able to come up with this. So what you can do now is, and also connects right there also again, so basically what you can do is, that's why I had the ability where Mellow can search out for Sweets, or Sweets can search for Mellow. And I was going to make another ability for the Twins where it'd be like a little bit different. Then that's why I decided to make it so you can attack twice per turn, because I was like, he doesn't really have, like, they're just two cards in one, so there's nothing really I have to search for there. But yeah, so in order to use all three of these cards, and then when they're all down, you play Fire in order to summon Smore, which is a rare stage 3 card. I was going to make an ultra rare, but I decided to to make it a rare. She said it shouldn't be too overpowered, so that's why I decided to make Smore a rare card, because yeah, I guess she didn't want to like crazy overpowered. But Smore is a rare stage 3 with 400 power and 600 defense, and this card can only be summoned by the effect of fire. And then when I was gonna just leave it at that because he has pretty good stats already, but then his additional ability is whenever you summon, you gain 2 health. You can choose one or the other. I should have specified that, but either you gain 2 health or your opponent loses 2 health. So this could be a game changer, because most likely by the time you get Twins, Mellow, and Sweets all out onto the field, it's going to be late game. So you're going to need to lower your opponent's health later in the game, you know, because like it's most likely like Twins, Mellow, and Sweets, it's going to be way later because it might be at the bottom of the deck. It might be hard to get them. You have no idea, but it's like a collecting game. Like you need all of the materials in order to make a s'more. And as you can see, they combine. So the Twins forms the crackers, Mellow forms the marshmallow, and then also the crackers are now burnt because, you know, you put it over the fire. Or I guess they're not, the crackers don't get burnt, but the marshmallow gets burnt in order to like get it all liquidy and in the middle. I'm really hungry for s'mores now that I'm looking at this. But yeah, so the marshmallow you put in the fire and then it comes out all like creamy inside like that in the s'more. And then Sweets has the chocolate right there, which then melts and becomes like inside of the graham cracker, which is pretty nice. And then yeah, so fire was what summons all of them. There's also, I like this part, there's like a little bit of yellow there. It's like a slight tinge to it, or a slight darker part to it. I think it came out pretty cool. So another thing that's really nice, I didn't even notice this until now, is like the moon kind of reflects which parts are brighter and darker, because when I originally looked at, and fire also, the card fire also makes parts brighter and darker, because I didn't notice it the first time I looked at it. So there's some things I don't even notice until later, but I didn't even like realize that with the fire right here, it created it so the left part of all of them are like brighter there, then darker there, and then it's brighter there and darker there. And this one's like really dark because it's farther away. I mean, there's the moon there, but it's farther away from the actual fire itself. And then in case you guys are wondering, I did paint, no, I don't use paint, what am I talking about? I did use Copics to color in the part of the fire, because a lot of you guys were wondering what I use for the fire, or like how I make it. I just put white there, then I just use a little bit of yellow, then I just try my best to blend in or color in a little bit of orange at the top, so then it works its way evenly, and a little bit of red there also. And then also, look how cool is like the tent. I can't get over how nice the tent looks, because it's just so like realistic or something, because you can tell, because definitely you make s'mores when you're camping or watching a movie. Sometimes I eat s'mores when I watch a movie. I mean, I obviously don't have a campfire, but yeah, it just looks pretty nice. Okay, I've been talking for a while. I didn't even realize I talked about this archetype for so long. Holy smokes. Anyways, this is the Smore archetype, which, yeah, it's really cool that my cousin made this. Thanks for making it, and it looks pretty good. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this archetype. If you guys are excited for new cool concepts and cards and artwork in set 7, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Bye, guys.